What's up guys, I'm Random Frank P, back with episode 126 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best gaming setups to give you some ideas and inspiration for your own setup. You guys destroyed last week's episode, almost 100,000 views in this week. And a little thing for you guys, comment down below on your favorite kind of themes you want to see for these episodes going forward. If you see anything you like in this episode, I'll have it listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. And with that, let's start off episode 126. Alright, we're coming right out of the gate swinging here with this setup, and at first glance what really caught my eye was this custom PC. Do you see it? You see what I'm talking about? Definitely unique. I don't think we've ever had a PC before that was built inside of a Gumball machine, but that's what this series is all about. Just finding really cool gaming setups, and this one definitely has a uniqueness to it. We can't even slight the rest of the setup though, because he has 4 displays. His main monitor is a 34-inch LG ultrawide with two 23-inch AOC monitors on each side, and that overhead is a 55-inch LG curved TV. Now checking out his peripherals, as you can see, he's keeping his desktop pretty clean and simple here. Not a lot going on. He's an Xbox One controller there as like a secondary peripheral, but his keyboard is the Corsair Strafe RGB going along with his Razer Death Adder Chroma mouse, and for audio, he has a Bose 321 speaker setup. And of course, at night when the lights are off, got some RGB light strips behind his desk and throughout that Gumball Machine PC. So definitely got some RGB going on, but this is just one of the cooler PC builds I've seen. Obviously custom made. Inside, we don't have too much info on specs, but his CPU is an FX 8320 with an AIO water cooler, and for his graphics card is an RX 480 from XFX. So altogether, 4 displays and a one-of-a-kind PC for sure, starting off the episode strong. Now this one's looking like a converted attic gaming setup here to be like a gaming room. Looking real nice. I like the whites he's got going on with the purple light strip behind the desk to give it all a nice accent. Really clean looking. Keeping it simple here because he has 2 AOC 23-inch monitors side by side. And you can see the bottom bezels there are custom painted white, which is going to be kind of like a theme I alluded to before. A lot of white accents, which is going to be really cool. He actually custom painted a lot of this setup throughout the room. And his choice of the IKEA Carly desktop here, definitely it's a nice fit for sure. Now checking out his peripherals, he has the Razer Oronata Chroma keyboard going along with the Mad Catz Rat 5 mouse. And surprisingly, no mouse pad here, but I think a nice white extended mouse pad would have been a really great fit. Little tip for you if you're watching. Now as for audio, on his desktop he had the QAQ6 2010s. They're in a nice matte gray color, and they're powered by the Denon PMA 255 stereo amp, which here he also has spray painted white to again fit in with the overall color scheme. And that'll lead us right into his PC, obviously again white and purple. And this is the NZXT H440 case, always a classic here. Inside he has an Intel i7 920 with a gigabyte motherboard, 12 gigs of RAM, and an NVIDIA GTX 1060 graphics card. It did mention he's not much of a gamer. Well, not much of a PC gamer, you know, to each his own, because across the room, as you saw in the first picture, he does have a really nice entertainment setup going on here. This is an old 50-inch LG plasma TV. Hooked up to this is his PS4 and his NVIDIA Shield. But this is just a really badass looking setup overall. I love this little area you got going on. Seems like a really chill kind of attic space. Just kick back, relax, and game. Next we have YouTuber Mixo here with his desk setup that I can best describe this just as practical. Because it's nice looking, it's really your essentials here, everything he's going to need to run his YouTube channel, all while looking very nice at the same time. As for his displays, we have the very popular kind of orientation now with a horizontal and vertical, with the horizontal main display being an Alienware 34 ultra-wide, with the vertical being a BenQ 22-inch display. And of course, for his desk chair, got the Herman Miller M-Body. Very, very comfortable, and this even's gonna help fit in with your color scheme with some whites and grays going on. Now for his peripherals, his keyboard is the Drevo Caliber, which is a nice wireless mechanical keyboard, along with his Logitech G703 mouse. Again, got the peripherals here all going white with the Corsair MM300 extended mouse pad underneath. Then as for audio, got the MX Audio BX5A Studio monitors sitting on some foam isolators there. And not only is there a light strip behind his desk to give his room some pop, but he has the Nanoleaf Aurora panels right there on top of the wall, kind of going into the corner there to add some more color. Now we gotta check out the PC, and this thing is sexy looking, lots of RGB going on. The case is the NZXT S340 Elite. Inside's an AMD Ryzen 1700X with the NZXT Kraken X62 AIO. Got 16 gigs of some G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM on a Gigabyte Aurora Gaming K7 motherboard, and to top it all off, an EVGA GTX 1070 FTW graphics card with, of course, the NZXT Hue Plus lighting system inside to give everything that color and flair. So good stuff mixed. So one thing I really like about this setup that I didn't talk about is the texture of the wallpaper. Really unique, but also modern at the same time, and I think it fits in with the look of your setup, so good stuff. And as the second Red Bull kicks in, we have a Wolverine themed setup here. I always liked the way the colors blue and yellow mix together. Definitely makes it stand out, and this one does a great job of complementing those hues. It's also a unique color scheme. You don't see them used together too often, but when you do, it really pops, I think. Now, yet again, we have the horizontal and vertical setup here for the monitors, with both of those being a BenQ 23-inch display, or 24-inch. Don't have exact model numbers here, but they're looking like 24-inch screens. Now, checking some things out, yes, light strip behind the desk, some Wolverine pop figures and stuff, but as for his peripherals, he has a Corsair Gaming K70 Rapid Fire RGB keyboard, along with the Logitech G502 mouse. And then for audio, the KRK Rocket 5 studio monitor speakers mounted above his desk setup, and yes, of course, right there in the middle, yet again, the Nanoleaf Aurora light panels. Now we're going to check out the PC, and the color themes continued even into there. Inside the Corsair Obsidian 350D windowed case is an Intel i7 8700K CPU with the Corsair H115i CPU cooler, 16 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, along with the Founders Edition GTX 1080 Ti, which is modded with the EVGA hybrid cooler kit. And yes, we also have a little Wolverine figure in there as well, just in case you didn't get it by now. But there's just something refreshing about this setup, and I really think it does come down to the yellow and blue color theme. And I really want to challenge people to go outside the box more, to mix up unique colors and make a setup based off of that, just like our man AmpedUpCivic did here. So I'm telling you guys, if you want to get some really cool color combos going on, send them my way, because I'm really loving this. And then last but not least, we have a unique setup from Samuel L. And I believe this is possibly like a converted closet or something. We've had a few converted closet setups in the past, and since it's such a narrow space here, this might be one. But either way, it's really clean and minimal looking. You can see he has some camera gear and his PC mounted above the setup in its own shelf-like area. So this is really cool. For his displays, he has two Dell Ultra Sharp models side by side, the U2515H. And since they're mounted, it has that nice kind of floating look to it. But what's also cool here is he kind of divides up the light strips, so the top of the monitors are shining purple while the bottom illuminates strictly blue. It's really cool how you pulled that off. For the keyboard, we have another Drevo Caliber wireless RGB mechanical keyboard. These are pretty hot lately, along with the Logitech MX Master mouse. And they're both on a simple extended mouse pad here. And as for his PC, like I showed you before, it is mounted above his monitors. I hope that never ever falls. The case is an NZXT H440. Inside is an Intel i7 3770 CPU with a Corsair H100i V2 AIO, 16 gigs of HyperX RAM, along with a Gigabyte GTX 970 graphics card. So a bit of an older build, possibly, around 2014, 2015 at that time, which was probably pretty damn powerful, but hey, at least it still looks good and probably runs pretty decently still. So really cool setup here, Samuel L. I'm still trying to figure out if this is a converted closet or if you are Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sure we'll get the deets later on, but good stuff. I'm really liking what you did here. And this episode of Room Tour Project is sponsored by Corsair and the Dark Core RGB SE wireless gaming mouse. With RGB lighting, a really unique texture, and of course a 1 millisecond response time, you don't have to sacrifice anything and your competitive play will not be jeopardized. And it'll help keep down the clutter with no cables. If you're interested, check the link in the description down below. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 126 of Room Tour Project. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check the links in the description down below for all the products you saw. If you want to submit your setup to be possibly considered to be on a future episode of Room Tour Project, check the links down below. I'll have all the some simple instructions for you. If you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.